Wait. Before we get started, I could have sworn that Natalie's comment just then said, "Lasagna, leave." I was reading too fast. I was like, God, Nat, calm down. All right, back to the song.
There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun.
Testing. What's up, y'all? All right, we here. Now, I know you guys are like, wait a minute. I do not see you on Kick. Don't worry, y'all. We are definitely going to Kick. We are definitely going to Kick. So, listen. ChatGPT has spoken. I ran it by the the employees here at Hoodoo Central. We have a streaming schedule. Now, of course, y'all know this is all dependent on the noons. Y'all know it's all dependent on the noons. Y'all saw she was hype today. And y'all, guess what? When we were streaming all morning, how many times did they poop? The entire morning session. I mean, I think they may have like double dipped before we started streaming, but 3 each. And guess what? As soon as my sister got home, Noonie dropped another one. 4 poops. I think I'm feeding these kids too much. I think I'm feeding these kids too much. That's what happens when you spend $1,000 a month at Walmart. That's what happens. So I'm feeding them way too much. So I don't know. You know, y'all can call defects all you want. Please don't. I'm just joking. I'm not going to not feed the kids. Please don't. But anyway, welcome to season 2 of legitimate, authentic, traditional Hoodoo Q&A questions. I am your host, the enigmatic, the global icon, and the national treasure, the broken prophet, Papa Lou. Been at this thing for almost 40 years. YouTube for almost a decade. So you're not going to find any glitter here. You're not going to find any waist beads. I'm not going to speak about angel numbers and astrological signs. Just strictly hoodoo here. Okay? Strictly hoodoo. If you have a question, type a capital Q and then your question. That's right. Yeah. An ace. That's absolutely right. I'm a global icon and a national treasure. That's an acronym for giant, y'all, because that's what I am. That's what I am. But so here's the schedule. The schedule. Let me open it back up. Open it back up. Thank you, Miss Brooklyn 8. I appreciate you. Okay, so this is the schedule, and I got to write it down because I teach classes Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Well, every other Tuesday, but every Wednesday. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. So Monday through Friday, from 3:30 to 6:30, Monday through Friday, from 3:30 to 6:30, I am going to be logged on to Hipsy, and I'll be logged on to the 800 line. Okay, so I'll be available for readings from 3:30 to 6:30. What up, Sense? Now, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm going to teach class from 7 to 8. Wait, hold on. 3:30 to 6:30, I'm logged in doing readings, okay? 3:30 to 6:30. Then, from 6:30 to 8, I'm streaming. Except for Tuesday and Wednesday, because Tuesday and Wednesday I teach class. So on those days, I'm streaming from 8 to 9:30. Okay? So every day I'm doing readings, every day I'm streaming. And the daytime, if I'm able to stream, I will. But understand, if y'all don't see me streaming during the daytime, I'm doing workings. So that's what we're going to do. And that leaves me plenty of time to hop off here, maybe get a game or two of COD in. And guess what? There's nothing going on the weekends. So, shoot. There you go.
I am the hyper captain. I think I caught you lacking. There are not more pants that this hell's packing. No,
that's what we're going to do. Miss Brooklyn 8, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So that's what we got going on. Kimmy, thank you so much. I see you over there. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get the questions going. This is season 2. So the way we're going to break this up, family, is we're multi-streaming except for Kick, because I've got some I'm trying to do with Kick. So we're going to be multi-streaming for like the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then everyone heads over to Kick. Okay? Everyone heads over to Kick. But anyway, right, Mariana, these kids are the most regular children I've ever seen before in my life. I don't know what's going on. Like, they have never pooped as much. I don't know why they're doing it. All I know is I'm not with it. See, Noonie, she's so little, that's just like wipe, done. But see, Wreck-It Ralph, he's at that age where he's like, oh no, we about to fight this. And I'm like, it's like holding a gator by the tail, and he's just flipping and flopping. And I'm like, dude, this is for your own good. And finally, it's like, fine, walk away with an itchy booty. You're gonna have an itchy booty. That's your problem. That's on you. But you know what? Let's do a little recording. Let's do a little recording because we talked about it earlier, and I was going to record it for TikTok, but I kind of feel like I just want to record it now, and then we'll deal with it later. How about that? How about that? Oh, wait, Aaliyah says, question, does it matter what color flowers I use on my ancestor altar? I heard white only. You heard wrong. You heard wrong. See, the problem with most commercial information about ancestor altars is that it does not take into account that your ancestors are different. Your people may not even like flowers. You only put up there, what's up, Coco? You only put up there the stuff that they like. Like, for instance, I mean, if you put some flowers on the altar for me, I'm going to say thank you. You know, I'm going to say thank you. I appreciate it. But, you probably, put, now, I'm only sober in life when I go to the upper room with Jesus. Yeah, put all the liquor you want. Put all the liquor you want up there. Put the things up there in life that they like. And I know it's gonna be a smoker on here. It's gonna be like, well, can I put the greenery on there? Because y'all try to put greenery on everything. More so than Duke's mayonnaise. Y'all try to put that on everything. Okay? But only put the stuff in there they like. Don't go with the generic thing. The only thing that is across the board is one container of water. Note I said container. I didn't even say glass. One container of water and a white candle. Everything else is what they liked in life. That's it. That's it. If they can't dazzle you with their brilliance, they're going to try to baffle you with their bull jive. And, that normally means just making up something. They're just going to try to make something up. Normally what a marketeer tries to make up is extra details. They try to add like details to it. Like, oh, you can only do this or you can only do that. And I'm like, man, calm down. Pardon me for the loud swallow into the microphone. Hard pause. I know some of y'all have misophonia like I do, and I can't stand it. My sister loves to point out, she's like, you the main one making all the noises when you eat, but want to tell everybody else to be quiet. I'm like, I know, no one ever said misophonia was fair. No one ever said it was fair. Lovely LW, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Let's go. I never said it was fair. It just is. It just is. Okay. Angela's card says, question, what's a good work? Everybody asks the same thing. What's a good working? I know she's been a member. It just that lets her do like a little membership message. Everyone says that what's a good working, as in don't I know the rest of them are garbage. Give me a good working. I know it's just a figure of speech, but normally when people ask what is a good working, they mean what's an easy one that I can do and 100% guarantee get results. That's what people mean when they say what's a good working normally. But honestly, Angela's any court case working, because everyone's trying to manipulate the situation either spiritually or they're trying to manipulate the situation by having, better call Saul. So everyone's trying to manipulate it. Get you an Aaron's rod. An Aaron's rod, okay? Dip it or cover it with court case oil and take it with you the day before court. And also you can get you some chewing John. And that's an old one. People would always soak their chewing John in very, very sweet water. And then on the day of court, take it with them and chew it. And when they say all rise, you spit it out and drop it on the floor. So there you go. There's 2 of them. Angela's, there's 2 court case workings for you. Says, hey, you trying to break a record today? No, I'm trying to get into the swing of things because, today was my sister's first day back at work. Summer's over, right? And I'm like, this means I've got 9.5 months of me and Wreck-It Ralph and Demolition Woman from 6:30 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. And I'm like, we gotta get into a groove. We gotta get into a groove. So that's why I'm like, listen, if I wait until they're quiet to stream, we'll never get to stream. Never. During the daytime at least. And so that's what, I'm like, let me just get on here. And so this is my schedule. 6:30 to 8, or from 8 to 9:30 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's what we're doing. Chantel's Convo Corner says, as a new sub and new to learning about my lineage and Hoodoo, thank you for being a beacon for us newbies. I appreciate it. I try. I do. I try. Veve and Brody Queez, if you've been swallowed up. Lord have mercy. Y'all calm down. Olivia LaRose says, question, what is the working to bring instant and consistent? Well, Olivia, unfortunately, there's no working to bring instant and consistent business to, especially if you're new. Guys, if you're new at this, so I know sometimes that's what people mean when they say, what's a good working? I mean, me as a new person, what's the working I can do? And before someone says, because there's a knee-jerk reaction whenever I say to someone, well, when you're new, well, I'm not new. Well, why are you asking me then if you're not new? Calm down. It's okay to be new. I'm new at a lot of things. I'm new at learning Arabic. Bismillah. So, it takes time to learn workings. Then it takes time to perfect them. But one thing that I tell people that they should always do is try to simplify the workings. At the end of the day, a better business working is a money drawing working. It's a money drawing working. So to keep it very simple, you can dress a money drawing candle with money drawing oil, burn money drawing incense, pray the 23rd Psalm, and then set your business's business card or flyer on, set the candle on top of that. Burn it for an hour a day, during the week. And that should help to attract new. It may not be instant because your customers are not going to spring out of thin air. It may not be instant, but it will draw people to you. Haley Yates says, shout out to all the misophonia peeps out there. Yeah, I know. Shout out to us. We're your friends. We just get violently angry when you smack or slurp. Sorry, we can't help it. And I thought that was just me. I've been this way since I was a little kid. My grandma, rest in power, Big Mama used to smack so loud. I'm like, do you even chew your food, Big Mama? I said this to myself, see, because I'm too smart to have said that out loud to Big Mama. I had an old school Southern grandmama. I'm not gonna say that out loud, but I swear it was like she was just. And I'm like, you're not even chewing. You just straight gumming that. Ugh. I would get so mad. I was like, what is wrong with me? Like even Wreck-It Ralph makes he's a toddler. He makes a lot of smacking noises. He's a toddler, right? And I'm like getting so mad. And I'm an old man now, so I've learned how to mediate it, but I still like if I'm in the car, because his car seat is right behind me and I'm driving, it's like, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. And I'm like, little boy, stop. And he's looking at me like, the feces wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm just enjoying this cookie, watching Miss Rachel. Chill out. Misophonia is so cruel. It is so cruel. Chantel said, I'm living for the snake in the background. I'm nosy. Yeah, y'all, look. Okay, so in the background, which my camera has like this bokeh effect, so it's all blurry back there. So there's two snakes, two reticulated pythons. On the top, you've got Lexi. On the bottom, you've got Tony Baker. And then right there, that light right there is my humidifier. That cabinet right behind me is where I keep a lot of my hoodoo artifacts. Then, oh, right there, that is a tray full of colognes. And that little bitty head right there is a haunted doll. That's what we got going back there. Then you've got two altars over here, money altar, and then Santísima Muerte, who is definitely not hoodoo. Deanna says, I watched the Arab Ghost Hunters over on Kick with you guys yesterday for the first time. I was like, oh, nah, absolutely. We're going to watch him again today. Bismillah. We're going to watch him again today. Power After Paralysis says, question, I need a class on just workings. Do you offer? On just workings, I don't offer a class on just workings. Simply because people need help. And well, the thing is, when you just give out workings without without explaining like the foundation, the mental alchemy, the emotional control that goes into it, it's like giving somebody that doesn't know how to work an oven a bunch of recipes. Like, you have to have a certain level of knowledge to learn new knowledge. You know what I mean? But if somebody, if you feel like you have a good foundation, then, we just contact me. We'll book some time. We'll book some time. Lovely adults, you would have been gumming your food had you. I would have. Yeah, Big Mama, she's old school. She believed. I mean, she's old school. Root worker, good Christian woman. So she believes in old school religion. Like she would have definitely laid hands upon me. She would have laid hands upon me had I told her that out loud. Olivia says, question, how can one join your weekly classes? Okay, so I am starting an 8-week boot camp. Okay, we will meet over Zoom an hour to hour and a half a week. I mean, a day, no, hour and a half each week for 8 weeks. And we will cover all manner of things from divination to love drawing, luck drawing, money drawing, cleansing, hexing, and protections. We'll cover that. Some hoodoo history, some lore, what to watch out for as you go forth in these hoodoo streets. And I already know I'm going to have to spend a great deal of time unteaching a lot of stuff. If you want to join the boot camp, you can. It's $275 for the 8 weeks, and you can go to my site, www.trueconjure.com, and sign up there. First meeting is August 18th, so get on in there. LaSagne says, Question, Prophet, do you have a working for grown children being hot-headed, something to calm them down? How grown are they, Lasagna? How grown are they? Sherry, you said at least Wreck-It Ralph's not kicking the seat when I'm driving. He does. He does. He absolutely kicks the back of the seat. Drives me bonkers. And you know what? Listen, this is what drives me crazy. This is what drives me crazy. Because see, he doesn't, I don't think he knows, but I feel like he does because it makes me mad. Y'all know I had this shoulder operated on twice last year. Twice. Back in March, then again in December. Right? Back in March and again in December. So he's right behind me. So and this shoulder, I still don't have 100% range of motion, especially going behind me, right? Anything in front of me, I'm good with. Let me slow down. He started clicking. But so I can't get to him like I want to. Like I can't pinch him or nothing. And he just be back there just smacking away and kicking the seat. And I'm like, every so often I'll get lucky and grab his foot, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, you can't like twist it or nothing. That's cruel. And so I just shake his foot. You stop that. Now you stop. You stop that. I told myself, I said, we're moving him to the passenger side so I can reach him. Good. Oh my God, kids, you gotta love them. What's up, big baby girl? How's it going? BBG 2.0. Naomi says, question, what's the working I can do for back to school safety because I don't have bail money, Ashe? Ashe, I'll come get you though. You know, you came up here or came down here. Wait, is that the same Naomi? Yep. I'll come get you. But I'll try to send Coco or Sherry first because they're closer. But if neither one of them, I'll come get you. But this is what you do. So take up like the soles of their shoes and sprinkle a little bit of red brick dust in there. Put the soles back down. And then draw crosses on the bottoms of their shoes with holy water. That is an awesome protection. Queen of Love says, when adding the juniper berries to vinegar, you're supposed to let it sit for 7 days before adding it to the bath. At least 3. At least 3. At least 3. Now, Lasagna, them jokers 25 and 27. Man, you better put him out the house. I knew who you were, Tanika. I knew who you were. You don't think I recognize your what you call it picture? Your profile pic? I knew it was you. That's why I added at the end. But if you want to set something up, just get in touch with me. That part was for you. Thanks. Lasagna, put them kids out. They ain't kids, 25 and 27, and you worried about them. You gotta put them out. Shoot. But listen, what you can do is take pictures of them, put them in a jar, put some water in there, 3 pinches of sugar, and a lot of fresh mint. Okay? And a shot of white rum. Put that in the jar, burn a white candle next to it, and then go and hide the jar. Hide it somewhere safe. They'll calm down. Simiana says, I know you have explained Lodestone before, but can it attract subscribers? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Put your own picture up under it, and it will attract them to you. Lasagna said they have their own place. They just like getting on my nerves. They just like getting on my nerves. Listen, you better give them... Lasagna, did you watch Baby Boy? You better give them the speech she gave Jody. Listen, mama gotta live too. Mama gotta live too. Now, see, it's easy for me to say that because Wreck-It Ralph and Noonie are both tiny. And I know when they like, you know, get old and grown, I'm gonna be like, hey now. But I'm gonna be much older. That's why I'm trying to like get in shape. So I can be like the old man that's got like, you know what I'm saying, the good body, even though I got the old face. It'll be all right. Adrian Pettis says, my daughter was badly bullied last school year, and school starts next week. I don't want a repeat of last year because bail will be needed. Well, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But the same working I just gave Naomi, you can do that too. Why is everybody cruising around? I'm looking at the snakes and everybody's cruising around. What's up, Sonny? I see you there. Na- Naomi said, I am prepared. If my children stay, I will still return to the streets. Listen, y'all. So I don't know if y'all saw this morning's episode of the Conjure Cafe, but Naomi is convinced that she is going to have a hot mom summer. I don't know what is going on. She said she's going to have a hot mom summer. And when her kids are grown, she said she's returning to the streets. Said she's returning to the streets. And I'm like, what? Look, that had me thinking about that old school. They calling me to come back to these streets to Sean P. This was necessary. These suckers out here very scary. Month of February, okay, then put a system on display, then kick in the door and have my folk them bring them K's in. I'm still addict. Hey, WTIC, it ain't for real. Who don't know about me, but I'm for sure with it. Don't let me pop that trunk select, but I will go get it. And I ain't selfish. I will let you and your folk feel it. Man, what is that? That Atlanta just came out. Get back down in there. That Atlanta just came out. Let me put my... Let me put this on. Got to exercise the Atlanta. Atlanta just jumped out. It just flew up out of there. God almighty. Don't start no, won't be no. Exactly. Out of town hard heads get Swiss cheesed up, and you don't need more. Man. What? The princess. Thank you so much. I see you over there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The princess says, question, perfect way to cleanse if a Haitian guy has put voodoo to stop your finances. Well, you know, you always want to make sure that that is indeed the case and that you don't just suspect it, right? We don't just want to work off a sheer suspicion. But listen, let me know when you got a pen. Now, obviously, if that's what you want to do, you know, I mean, I'll give you our way, but consult with a Mambo or Hungan. But look, this is what I tell people to do. No, I'm saying, no, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that you want to make sure that you just don't suspect it, that you have gotten a reading that confirms your suspicions, okay? But listen, or you saw him doing something. But one is what you do. I want you to get 4 of these. 4 of these. Now, I want you to put a picture of you in between 2 of them. Reflection side out, okay? Bind it up, keep it somewhere safe. Then I want you to put a picture of him, reflection side in. Bind it up, keep it somewhere safe. That's step 1. Yeah, you're gonna need 4. 2 for your picture, 2 for his picture. Coco scissors hands. Then what I want you to do is, I want you to go and grab a coconut. Grab a coconut. Preferably one that still has like some water in it. Get you 3 coffin nails. Write his name on the coconut. And you know the front of the coconut that has like the 3 eyes, well, no, you know, 2 eyes, and it looks like 2 eyes in the mouth. Drive 1 nail into each hole. Burn a black candle on top of it. And that'll stop him from working on you. He'll have too much else to worry about to work on you. What's up, Micah? Micah, you ready to go to work? You ready to go to work, Micah? You're very welcome. Next week, we should be ready. Look, that's an inside joke. Only Micah know what I'm talking about. It's an inside joke. Like Micah and Leslie, right? I think. All right, how long? Look, we've been up here 38 minutes. All right, listen, we got a couple of minutes. We got about what, 5 more minutes before we all go over to kick. So guys, in 5 minutes, if you want to continue with the live stream, you're gonna have to follow us over at kick.com. Got to follow us over there. So I've been watching videos of this lady on TikTok. Listen, y'all say I'm mean. I am just a gentle lamb trying to do the Lord's work. This lady, whoa, some of the stuff that she says, and I'm trying to think, what is her name? Chiquita Pierre, thank you for the super chat. She said, these bills tearing my tail up. I need some help. I need them to move back in. Well, did they leave any shoes or anything? Chiquita, did they leave any shoes or anything in the house? Thank you for the super chat. There we go. I was wondering what was going on. Okay, so if you find a pair of shoes or even a sock, I want you to get some magnet incense. Okay? Where, anywhere you can, get you some magnet incense. And I want you to pray the 23rd Psalm and then light a teaspoonful of that magnet incense. Whatever they have left in the house, I want you to pass it through the smoke 3 times. Visualize them walking in the door. Then whatever object you have, go and put it up under their side of the bed. If they had a side of the bed. If it was a roommate, toss it in their room. I'm trying to find this lady's video. And I'm like, there's no way I can be mean when there's a lady like this walking around.
Eat Chick-fil-A today and start my diet.
Listen.
If I eat Chick-fil-A today and start my diet tomorrow, can I be fit before the end of the summer? You'll never be fit. Can you lose 60 pounds by May? May 2029? Yes, of course you can. You just want to tell me if I'm fat or bloated. It's probably just fat. Do I miss eating junk food? No, I don't miss having a big back and not being able to see my toes in the shower and have...
Listen, she is vicious. That's Tony Fine? Is that who it is? Look, I played that. My sister. My sister was like, "Why is she so mean?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I feel like she's my spirit animal." Will the hat work? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm like, she is So vicious. I mean, vicious. Listen, somebody was like, somebody asked her, said, somebody asked her, say, is this a safe space? She said, yeah, it's a safe space. Safe? I don't know. You say something dumb, I'm on your ass. And I'm like, that is amazing. Naomi says, don't you try. If y'all only knew the things that the people in my life forbid me to say, and they lucky I listen. My sister be like, you better not say that. Before every podcast, either Naomi or Coco be like, no. And I'm like, but what if there's one song? And Coco, if you're still here, I played the song for Sherry and Naomi, and they were like, I think that's the best song ever. They're like, I think that's the best song ever. But no, I was forbidden to play it. Summer's almost over. I'm just saying. This was their time to shine. I remember Naomi specifically saying that was an amazing song. And that we should promote that song. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? I could be wrong. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Ow. So y'all want to hear something scary? Like really, really scary. So y'all know I'm an old man, and you know, and I don't hold back from y'all. I mean, we family. We should talk for a minute. Just look. Hey, just don't be too family-ish, because some of y'all be like, hey, Prophet. I forgot who it was. So I'm terrible. So I forgot. I don't know if y'all remember the person called Wally that was in here, like maybe like like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I forgot. I was showing y'all my skunk stripe. Why do I have that on when we about to have it on to Bismillah? But you know, I have a skunk stripe right here. Like this is gray, right? And that Wally person was like, "You should have left the hat on." IJS. You know, I'm just saying. I'm like, oh, really? Boom, band, get out of here. Since you're so funny, since you're so ha ha and he funny. Right? And then they come DMing me on TikTok. Prophet, I'm sorry for what I said on Kick. I don't want no smoke. I'm like, whatever do y'all think of me? I'm a very calm individual. I'm just doing the Lord's work. Like, when exactly did I lose y'all's trust? What's up, WandaVision? But no, what's scaring me is this. WandaVision. Oh, shoot. Let's take a pause for the cause to celebrate me. WandaVision 2.0 says, Prophet, your candle burning worked like a charm. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for entrusting me with the knowledge. I appreciate it. So y'all know I was just talking about my shoulder I had to have it operated on twice last year. So I don't know if anybody's ever had like shoulder repair or knee or anything like that. What's up, B Jones? Listen, we about to head over to Kick in a few minutes, but if you have one side repaired, what inevitably happens? You end up having to do the other side. Okay? You end up having to do the other side. And lately, I have been having pain in my good shoulder. And I'm like, oh, and it's starting in the same areas where this one started. And I'm like, God almighty. Because see, my mom had to have a knee replaced. And they said, well, chances are you're going to have the other knee replaced down the road. And sure enough, there you go. Look at Chiquita says, Prophet, thank you so much for your candle burning. He has been calling and texting nonstop. Thank you, y'all. I'm not paying people to say this. I'm not. I'm not paying people to say this. Hey. B. Jones says, not you having shoulder issues in your... yeah, it is starting to ache. And I'm like, God almighty, not the good shoulder. But luckily, this one, like I said, I have like 90% range of motion. 90%. Queen of Love, thank you so much for the super chat. Queen of Love said, any working suggestions for someone who wants to go from friends with benefit situations to something more serious? Absolutely. And so while everyone is transmuting energy, listen, we're going to transmit workings. Transmute. And this is how you do it. So basically, I need you to get 2 jars, right? Get 2 jars. That made more sense than this. Madam Val, thank you for the follow. 2 jars, okay? 1, I want you to put y'all's picture in. It can either be one that y'all are in together or 2 separate pictures that you just kind of tape together, okay? Put y'all's pictures in that jar. Now, if you use a picture, and this is something that a lot of people do not take into account, but it can mess your workings up. Have you ever been following the instructions and you're like, man, I was in the right frame of mind, and you put a picture in the working and the working didn't turn out? If you use a picture of the 2 of y'all together, but y'all were arguing at the time, but you know how folks will do, they'll still be like, And then as soon as they're like, I got the picture, thank you, like. So if you use a picture of the 2 of y'all together, make sure it's a picture of during happy times. There. Put pictures in both jars. Now, jar number one, I want you to fill with water and put Damiana, what is that stuff? Dang it. Damiana and rosemary and a little bit of sugar. Shake it up. I want you to pray the 23rd Psalm, light a red candle either next to it or on top of it. If you got like small tea lights, burn it for 3 days, 1 for 3 days. If you got a regular candle, then burn an hour a day for 3 days. At the end of the 3rd day, I want you to take the top off the second jar. Pour all that into the second jar, but add rose petals. This time, repeat it, but burn a pink candle and pray from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. What you've done is taken that Damiana energy, heat it up, but then you're going to cool it off into like a more stable non-FWB, but more just F. What? No. Oh, wait, yeah. I was like, whoa. I was thinking the F might be something else. But I was like, oh, no, it's friends. But you're taking that occasional Damiana, friends with benefit energy, and you're turning it into something a little cooler, but more stable and consistent. Do that. I don't think I've ever given that working out. Hopefully I've clipped that. Hopefully I've clipped that. So there you go. The Only Me says, when was the last candle burning? I missed it. I have not had it in a while. We need to do, when y'all want to do a candle stream? Y'all know it's always for like subscribers, channel members first. And then if we have some energy left, we like let everybody else in. Jojo talking about tomorrow. I've got a class tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to. MG, my bad. I saw you. Look, I missed your question. I saw it. Hold on. Let me get to it. What was it? Do I have a thoracic outlet? What is that? I don't have one. And the reason I know I don't have one because I don't know what that is. Let me ask my sister. Do I have a thoracic outlet? I don't have one because she said a who. Okay, MG says, question, Prophet, I bought a high John root from you. Actually, I received 4 small ones in a pouch. Yes. I've been carrying this in my bra. Is there anything I need to do other than stop? Yeah, stop. Yeah, don't wear John the Conqueror root, ladies only, in your bra because that will heat him up. That will heat him up. And that will you wear a John or a Mojo bag that contains John the Conqueror in your bra. Let me tell you. So potential side effects from that, besides overly masculinization of you, he will he'll turn your libido up. He'll turn your libido up. Have you making questionable choices. Right, beat on your chest like a beast. Be knocking the man down. All right, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do. WandaVision says, question: any work to increase trust in relationship? Not really. But is it from you to them? Like, do you need to trust them more, or do they need to trust you more? What up, Big Ice? Back for more, eh? They need to trust you. Do they drink coffee? Because here's an old one, and this is not necessarily what you're asking for, but it'll get the job done. So if they drink coffee, if they drink something, pour them a drink, but strain it through the front of your unmentionables. It ain't gonna cause trust, but they'll be up under your control, so it don't matter if they don't trust or not. They'll sit there and be quiet. And that is a working that has been in the Hoodoo community for generations. Yolanda, I saw you say you finally ordered your lodestone. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, fellas, we can do that too. We can do that too. And the thing is, we would normally do it if a lady comes over, she asks for a drink, you got to pregame. You got to pregame. Meaning you need to have some drawers up under the sink. And you're like, girl, you want something to drink? Want something to drink? And she says, yeah, I could take, but nothing too strong. I know what you're trying to do. Like, no, girl, I got you. And then you get that Cavassier, because she said nothing too sweet. Get that Cavassier, and look, this is her glass. Then you lay your drawers on top of the glass, then you pour. And take it off. Take it back to her. Take it back to her. That's been around for like 100 years. Seriously, it's like 100 years that working has been around. Strain it through. Just don't strain it through the back. It's got to be through the front, family. It's got to be through the front. You go straining somebody's drink through the back, boy, yeah, they having all. all kinds of having all kinds of problems. Right. Yes, clean draw. Coco said, please don't use the drawers you had on the same day as your Bring Me My Brown Pants episode. Yes, right. God almighty. What am I gonna do with y'all? What am I gonna do with y'all? Oh, who the hell is drinking Cavassier? Hennessy? I'm sorry, I forgot that you were so high brass. Well, la di da to you, Naomi. I'm sorry, Naomi. La di da. But if you did want to use coffee, then head on over. If you want to use coffee, head on over to www.trueconjure.com. That's my website, www.trueconjure.com. Welcome to the Broken Army. If you are looking for a community of like-minded individuals that doesn't have all that fluff and all that weird stuff that is not hoodoo at all, then all you got to do is go into the community section. You go into the community section and it will open up. You create an account and then you will see there's a snake falling. But you see announcements, general chat. We got a plant identification board where, you know, if you got some plants growing near your house, snap a picture of it, post it here, and then we'll help to identify it for you and give you the spiritual uses for them. And then post working Q&A. If you have done a working and you have some questions about it, post pictures. We'll try our best to help you out. Just do not post pictures of candles like this. Okay? Don't do that. Please, let's not do that. But if you scroll down further while we're speaking of coffee, do not forget I've launched my very own online coffee shop where I've got signature roasts and dark teas. Step into a realm where tradition meets mystery. Every bag of coffee that we have on our site is roasted and ground when you order. So none of it's been sitting on the shelf. None of it's been sitting on the shelf. And let me tell you, the pecan pie has been getting rave reviews. I don't like pecan pie, but it's been getting rave reviews. So make sure y'all go and buy, a few pounds of coffee. Several pounds. Big Eye said, Micah, put the drink down. Micah, put the drink down. Why? And do not forget, King Lou's Hoodoo Shop. The best authentic hoodoo shop in the world. The South, Southern born, Southern bred. When we die, we'll be Southern dead. Go ahead and click on in there. Go to video classes and webinars. Scroll down. And you will see over here, Hoodoo 8-week boot camp, first meeting 8/18/25. And you can buy with shop pay. And there's more payment options down there. So get a friend with some good credit and come on in. Bring your friend. You come to the thing, we'll do some workings to help you get some good credit. Dahlia K, thank you for the gift. Do I have a breakdown of the classes? No. Absolutely not. Love drawing, luck drawing, money drawing, protections, cleansings, and cursing. Divination. That's what we're going to get into. A little bit of hoodoo history and how to, spot the non-traditional stuff, i.e., waist beads and overdressing candles, crystals, all kinds of stuff like that. But anyway, y'all, this is what we're about to do. We're about to go over the kick We're about to go over the Kick and stay at Kick for 30 minutes. I'm about to fire up the Kick stream. Firing up the Kick stream as we speak. Somebody said I went over to Kick and it said offline. Yeah, I was not streaming there yet. Uh-oh. Why y'all didn't tell me the camera was... Why y'all didn't tell me the camera wasn't on? All right, the Kick stream has now been fired up. Look at everybody over there. So I'm gonna switch everybody over to Be Right Back. When it goes to Be Right Back, you guys have a couple of minutes, and by you guys, I mean TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. You guys have a couple of minutes to make the switch over to Kick, and it's kick.com, www.kick.com/thebrokenprophet. Going over there, we're gonna do some root worker reviews and a little bit of Bismillah and some more Q&A. All right. So I'm gonna be right back. Give y'all a chance to get over there, and then we're gonna hang out. All right. And then after we hang out, I may have enough time to play a little Call of Duty if my boys are ready. All right. Be right back. Give y'all time to come on over.